Hi there, science fans. Welcome to another exciting journey into the world of amazing structures and fascinating engineering feats. Today we're diving into the world of wacky structures and engineering marvels. Get ready to be amazed by some of the most incredible architectural wonders ever created. We're talking about the Leaning Tower of Pisa. This iconic structure has captured the imagination of people all over the globe. This bell tower in Italy is famous for its unique tilt. It's not just any ordinary tower. Its lean makes it one of the most recognizable buildings in the world. It's been around for centuries, built way back in 1173. Imagine all the history it has witnessed over the years. The tower was designed to be part of a cathedral complex. This complex includes a cathedral, a baptistery, and a cemetery, making it a significant religious site. Can you imagine going to church and seeing this leaning tower next door? It must have been quite a sight for the people back then. People come from all over the world to see it. Tourists flock to Pisa just to catch a glimpse of this architectural wonder. They take funny pictures pretending to hold it up. It's a must-do photo op for anyone visiting the tower. The tower is made of beautiful white marble. This material not only adds to its beauty but also to its historical significance. It's 8 stories tall and has a staircase with almost 300 steps. Climbing it is quite the workout. Imagine climbing all the way to the top. The view from up there is absolutely breathtaking. You could see the whole city from there. The panoramic view is one of the highlights of visiting the tower. But why is it called the Leaning Tower of Pisa? What caused this famous tilt? Tower of Pisa? Well, that's a story for the next section. Stay tuned, science explorers. There's so much more to uncover about this fascinating structure. Remember how the tower was built way back in 1173? It was a time when construction techniques were quite different from what we know today. Well, back then they didn't have the same awesome engineering tools we have today. No advanced machinery, no computer simulations, just basic tools and a lot of manpower. They started building the tower on soft ground. This was a crucial mistake because the soil was not stable enough to support such a massive structure. Think about building a sandcastle on wet sand. It might look good at first, but the foundation is weak. It might stand up for a little bit, but eventually, it starts to lean. The same thing happened with the tower. That's kind of what happened to the tower. The ground beneath it couldn't hold the weight, and it began to tilt. The foundation wasn't strong enough to support its weight. The builders didn't realize this until it was too late. As they added more levels, the tower began to tilt. Each new level added more weight, making the tilt more pronounced. It got worse over time. The more they built, the more it leaned. By the time they finished the 3rd story, it was clear something was wrong. The tower was leaning. It was a significant problem that couldn't be ignored. They tried to fix it as they kept building. Various methods were attempted to correct the tilt. They even made some floors taller on one side to compensate for the lean, but it kept tilting. The adjustments weren't enough. What were they going to do? The builders were puzzled and had to come up with new strategies to save the tower. For years, people worried the tower would fall over. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, one of the most iconic landmarks in the world, was in serious trouble. Finally, in the 1990s, a team of brilliant engineers came up with a plan to save it. They knew they had to act fast to preserve this historical treasure. They knew they couldn't completely straighten the tower. That would be too dangerous and could cause more harm than good. Instead, they wanted to stop it from leaning further. The goal was to stabilize the structure and ensure it wouldn't collapse. They used a really cool technique called soil extraction. This method was both innovative and delicate. Imagine using a tiny straw to carefully suck out sand from under a sandcastle. It's a precise and careful process. That's kind of what they did with the tower. They had to be extremely careful not to disturb the structure too much. They very slowly removed small amounts of soil from beneath the leaning side. This process took a lot of time and precision. This allowed the tower to settle back down on its own. The gradual approach ensured the safety of the structure. It worked. The tower straightened by about 45 centimeters. That's like 18 inches. This was a significant achievement. It's much more stable now. Pretty cool, right? Thanks to science and engineering, the Leaning Tower of Pisa continues to stand tall and proud. Want to know more about this wacky tower? Here are some fun facts. Did you know that the Leaning Tower of Pisa is actually sinking a tiny bit every year? But don't worry, engineers are keeping a close eye on it. Also, the tower has 7 bells, each with a different musical note. And guess what? Because of the lean, the staircase inside is actually longer on one side than the other. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is a reminder that even mistakes can become famous landmarks. It teaches us that with a little ingenuity and a lot of science we can overcome almost any challenge. Keep asking questions and exploring the world around you.